Hello everybody, I'm BeakerTeck, also known as Keegan, and welcome back to Democracy 3. It is the second episode of Wednesday for Democracy 3. You know what that means. That means a silly run at this game. So in this one, we're going to go ahead straight into a new game, and I think for this one, we're gonna go with the United States, alright? We're gonna go with the US. There are some crazy things going on in the politics there at the moment, so I am gonna go with them and try and do something crazy myself. I'm going with a term length of 3 years to see if I can hopefully make it to an election, but to be honest, I don't think I will with this kind of strategy. And what am I gonna be called? Of course, I'm gonna be called Beaker's Party Time Party. That shall do for now, and our opposition are going to be called the Justice Party. Yeah. We're going to leave on hurricanes, earthquake, I don't know what that voice was, we're just moving right along, okay? So, hurricanes, earthquakes on, everything else is staying the same, and play as we load in. Now, I've yet to actually play as America in this game, so it'll be interesting to see where all the stats are with this game, where everything lines up and all that kind of good stuff. So, GDP is average, well, it's slightly below average, but that's fine. Crime is high, poverty is actually kind of low. Unemployment's a bit high though, but you know, these are all things we can work on. I'd like to get health up a little bit, but of course, this is a crazy run through. So let's pick a sort of a group of people here who we think could make a nice set of people to keep happy. And I'm thinking we go with patriotic. I was gonna say patriotic conservatives. Did I do conservatives last time? I think I did, didn't I? I definitely want to do patriots, because, you know, this is America, and that just kind of makes sense. So we are going to do patriots, and we are going to go with the liberal or conservatives. Conservatives already like us, and there are slightly more of them than liberals, so it will make it slightly easier. So we're going to go with patriots and conservatives. Now, the patriots already like us, right? However, the conservatives, they're a bit iffy. So let's see what we can do to fix these guys. And the first things are the antisocial behavior and the vigilante mob. So if we can fix either of those, and I guess the easiest way to do that is to just slam a bunch of money into our police force. Just have a ridiculous amount of police force, right? Which is what they, you know, America has. We'll go ahead and we'll apply that. And I also want to look at armed police. Is that this one here? Handgun laws? No. Where are my armed police? Is that intelligence services? Let's go police force. There must be a link to it here somewhere. Maybe it's just, if I go crime, armed police. There we go. Let's just submachine guns for all of them. Very American. I think that fits in nicely. So that's going to help the conservatives out. And as for the patriots, what makes them unhappy? Our foreign aid policy. So, if I go and lower this, it will make the patriots happier, which is nice, and save us a little bit of money, which is, you know, always ideal. Saving money is good. Though doing it that way, maybe not so. I am going to go straight into the next turn, and next turn I'll look at some of my expenditure, because obviously, well, as you can see right here, my credit rating is being downgraded. I do have a lot of debt and quite a high deficit as well, so let's try and fix that. A $70 billion deficit. How can we fix that? Well, let's look at our expenditure here. Let's see what we can lower to make everyone happy, or at least the people that I'm trying to please happy anyway. Those patriotic conservatives need to be impressed and happy. So if we go military spending is already full up, so that's not going to help us. State pensions, if I slam more money into it. Actually, if I take money out of this, it's going to save me... How much do I actually need to save? I need to save 70 billion, right? So, state pensions, if I bring this to 110, we'll say 100 billion per quarter, right? That's not flipping any of the levers. It does bring a lot of them lower, but it's not flipping any of them, so we should be okay with that. And that's going to save our money. It will take 2 turns to implement, but that's totally doable. That's perfectly fine. Patriots are very, very happy with us. Complacency? I don't know what that does. I can't click on it. It won't tell me. What else makes these guys happy? I don't know if let's not focus on the Patriots because they're already basically maxed out, right? Let's look at conservatives. These guys are on the way up, and hopefully these things are on the way down. Alcohol consumption could be brought down by a stricter alcohol law, which will bring down alcohol consumption quite a lot, brings down violent crime, pisses off the liberal youths, but, you know, that's not too much of an issue, because I'm not trying to please them right now. So we will do that in the next turn. We'll look at the alcohol law in the next turn, provided I don't, get assassinated, which is what happened last time. I tried this ridiculous Democracy 3 attempt, but that's okay. Debt protection law. Debt collection agencies have been in the news because of the aggressive methods they're using to extract payment from people who owe large sums of money. I'm trying to read through this quickly because if you've seen my Democracy 3 run-throughs or anyone else's, this comes up a lot. So I'm reading it for the new people, but also trying to be quick for the people that have read it or heard me read it in the past. So these debt collection agencies provide credit to people whom larger, more respectable companies will not lend money. A law is proposed to limit the ways in which such agencies can operate. Do we wish to limit the agency activity or do we wish to allow them to operate? I think it's not going to help the conservative patriots at all, but I have pissed off the poor a lot, and by doing this, it's going to protect them. But then again, it means they're not going to get money. They're not actually going to be able to get a loan, so they're probably going to be annoyed about that. Their earnings might go down, but in the long run, I'm being nice to them. So I am going to go ahead and limit that. And hopefully, if I go in here, my expenditure doesn't actually tell me the total expenditure in here, which is a little frustrating. But we have brought it down from 70 billion to 7 billion. So we have literally decimated it, okay? We have brought it down by a factor of 10. We have decimated the deficit. A lot of D's in that sentence there. So that will continue to come down because some of our things we're going to take a couple turns to implement. So what else can we look at? We could look at solving internet crime with more intelligence services, which will make patriots happy, and it's only going to cost us an extra 3 billion, which I think I put enough in the budget to be able to do. So that's going to be good. What kind of thing? Obviously, something like a tourism aid campaign will not help the patriots. So what else can we do that will help, the conservative patriots? We could have a welfare fraud department. Does cost us quite a bit of money, but does make people quite happy. And because while I am trying to sort of go ridiculous, I would also like to be re-elected. It would be nice to be re-elected on a crazy thing. So I am going to go ahead and do this. Does make the conservatives happier, so, that's nice. It does cost an extra 3 billion per quarter, so I will have to leave it there in terms of more spending. But what more crazy kind of policies can we go with? We could go with prisons. We could do this. The conservatives get happy. Really? Conservatives are happy with extensive rehabilitation? I mean, I guess it makes sense. How much does it cost? It's an extra 30 billion. But it will make people happy. And I think we can still cut some of our other spending. So let's see what else we bring in terms of money and raise some of this. So currently, if I bring this up, it doesn't piss off the people that I'm trying to keep happy. So if we made this 300 billion, right, which has only raised it by a few percent. I can't do it this turn, I just realized, but I can in the future. So, you know, just to think about it. It's not going to make people very happy, but it will sort of fix our deficit issues, because that's an extra 100 billion per quarter. So in the next turn, I'll go and increase our sales tax, leaving myself with 10 now. That will be good. Doctors have warned that our businesses are working people too hard, which is leading to dangerously high levels of stress. There are calls for limits on the hours that people work to be better enforced by central government. I'm sure that can be, you know, sorted. We can look at doing that, not an issue. But what we were going to do is go to our sales tax. Actually, before I do that, 30 billion deficit. Yes, sales tax. 310, please. That's a little too far. There we go. 310. And apply. Okay. Gonna piss a few people off, but it is gonna fix all our money issues, which is nice. Everyone is brought down by crime. Crime is on the way down, which is great. Antisocial behavior is almost gone. Alcohol consumption needs to come down. It really needs to come down. Raising it is... I mean, I actually said I was going to do this earlier, didn't I? But raising it does cost a bit, but it will... Yeah, okay, alcohol law next turn. I know I said that a couple turns ago, but this time I really will. Luckily that has ended. I'm going to ban alcohol adverts because... that's sort of what we're looking for now. I'm going to do this. Apply just like that. Conservatives love us. They love us. No, the Conservatives love us and the Patriots love us as well. So at this point in time, I'm looking pretty good, pretty strong. Liberals hate us. The ethnic minorities hate us. So at this point, basically, we're Trump. Yeah, I said it. I am the Donald at this point. But that's, you know, that's what this series is for. It's for crazy ridiculousness. Alcohol abuse shall hopefully come down as alcohol consumption comes down. GDP. What can we do to raise this that would make more people, or at least more conservatives, happy? These guys are very happy with us, so that's almost gone. Let's look at some policies that we can implement. We can definitely implement some of these. I would like to boost patriotism and to induce a sense of belonging into people. Putting flags of our country on every street corner will help with our national self-esteem. It also looks much better than some burger advertisement. Hell yeah, it does! Yeah! Let's do that. Patriots, love it. Does increase racial tension, which is not ideal, but let's go with it. I'm not going to be able to do anything else in this turn, I don't think. A plastic bag tax would cover the cost of all those flags. What else can we do? Youth Politics Council, free parenting classes, social justice, compulsory school sports would help with health. Like, genuinely, that would help with health, which is an issue in this country, in the old America. So let's go ahead and implement this. Boom, health up, obesity down, apply, 0 political capital left, with a $90 billion surplus. Hell yeah. Actually doing kind of well. And on that note, I'm going to leave it there. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. And also, don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.